What's up guys, my name is JDCook5 and welcome to a new season from the FC25 Tenerife career mode. Before we do get into the video, if you have done so already, please hit that like button, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. We start off today's episode in a brand new season and we are looking at our transfer budget. We've been given 49 million to play with, which is very nice, I have to say. Looking forward to be able to use that and see what we can do with that particular money in hand, and let's see what we can do in this particular season. A new season means new teams, as to some are obviously got promoted and then there have been others that have been relegated into the second division of the Liga. It's really interesting to see who has been promoted this season. The new teams that have been promoted, Getafe, we've also got Las Palmas in there, which is going to be an all Canaries derby, which is going to be really interesting to see, which I'm really happy about. And also Granada that have also got promoted to the league. I'm really happy that we've got a derby that we'll be able to play out this season. It's always nice to see. It gives us a little bit more of a G-up compared to other games and so on. And it's not just nice to have a derby. I feel like some teams that you select within career mode, the teams are lower or you're not able to face them at that moment in time. But Las Palmas have been able to kind of come back up. They originally started in the main division and we was in the second division. They got relegated and we got promoted, but they're back in the big leagues now and it's going to be interesting to when we play them. With a new season, we've been able to upgrade our management system in terms of the different roles that's set out. We was able to just upgrade one particular field at this moment in time, as we do have a very high weekly budget on this particular one, so we was only able to spend X amount on a particular criteria that we were filling out in this moment in time, but it allows the development of that particular field that we do select. And then we've gone for an upgrade on the midfield that we're pretty much meeting the stars on a fair few of them, lacking on the defence, shall we say. But yeah, interesting that we have made another upgrade. I mentioned at the start of, well, not kind of midpoint of last season, shall we say, and I have transfer listed Herrera. I feel like it's the right decision to make as a club. I don't feel like we've been that good enough with him on that particular side. Just one of those where it's been hard for him on that right. I just don't feel like he's been performing as well. It's been really difficult for him to really get games and score goals at the same time. It's just been one of those, and I feel like it's the best for ourselves as a club, and we'll look at that going forward. And this where it might be involved. João Cancelo. Now, he's 86 rated. He's 32 years old. Everyone knows him, and I thought, well, if I can offer 20 million plus Herrera, I'll be quite happy. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Herrera's probably valued about 18 million. I had a look at it for what I can ask for him. There's not really much I can do. I bought him on a free at the end of the day, so I'm not fussed in any means whatsoever. And I thought João Cancelo would be a great addition. Currently playing in the Saudi leagues. He just wants to have that a few more seasons in the big leagues, and I'd happily give that to him. He brings so much experience to this side, and he brings a little bit more stability to defence that has been shaky as of late. He's still 86 rated. He's 32 years old, and he's still got room for improvement, which is quite interesting to see. He can actually get upgraded to an 87. He's not on the downfall just yet. He's a player that's got so much attacking prowess as well as defending. I feel like we can get him on a shorter contract and a lesser wage at the same time. And you know what? I just want to have a bit of fun with this career mode, and I want to be able to see what we can do with João Cancelo at the helm. Really happy to be able to see if we can get this deal done. We've still got a fair bit to play with in terms of our transfer budget at the same time, because bearing in mind we've got 49 million, so there's many signings that we can make as well as that. So in fairness, I feel like it's a good buy. I've gone with 50,000 instead of 68 to see if he would accept, and he looks to be quite happy to do so, and he will come to Spain. He's already been to Spain once. He played for Barcelona for a season or so and he enjoyed it there, and he fancied his chances in the Liga once again, but this time in the Canary Islands for Tenerife. He will wear the number 6 shirt for the season, and that is a hallmark signing to be made. I'm not going to go too unrealistic with this moment in time. I'm still going to try and sign some players that I feel like would play for the club, but at the same time I thought it was a signing that could be made, and I felt like it was a great moment for himself to come back to the big leagues and prove why he is a top player, and he's definitely going to cause a lot of attacking moments for ourselves as well as defensive. So a great signing for ourselves. But in terms of signings, I also need to sign up some of our players because they were coming to the end of their contracts. A few players that I didn't want to go on a free that I've been able to sign up and just get the deals done straight away. But eats into the transfer budget, but at the same time I don't want to be losing for a free, especially when we're playing them week in, week out. Diarra was the first one, obviously plays for the club in real life, and I wanted to keep him in the club as well as Cruz. I've still tried to keep as many Tenerife players in the club itself because I feel like I want to bring the realistic effect to it. Cruz is a pretty good player in fairness, and he's still got a lot of room to development. 25 years age, 78 rated. I feel like he's got a lot of room to improvement at the same time. He just needs a few goals upon him. He's not too high on the wages. He's quite happy to accept the 20,000 as well as the 100,000 bonus. So I'm quite happy to do that in fairness because he will be a top player for us. Jeremy Melo and Angel won't be renewing. They will be retiring, which is really sad to say, and that kind of makes sense for the signing of João Cancelo. Even though Melo is only 32 years old, it seems strange to see him retiring. Cancelo will probably be retiring at about 34, 35 in fairness, but it's a great signing to make with the last contract being Marcel Ruiz. And as you can see, here we go, being confirmed. They reached an agreement. Herrera will go over to Al Hilal, and then we'll be able to make the services of João Cancelo, which is really, really nice to see. So Herrera moves on. It's nice to see that he'll get some game time. At the same time, we've made a big signing in João Cancelo. Now, just because we've made one big signing doesn't mean that we're not going to make another. And I looked at a right winger to be able to replace Cesar Herrera. And one that got into my eyes was Ismail Assar, 28 years age, 77 rated. And we all know him for pace. Unbelievable player on his day. He's played for Watford. He's playing for Palace at this moment in time. I feel like he fancies his chances in the Spanish league. He's a great addition to the side if we're able to get it done. I don't feel like he's going to cost too much at the same time. Currently valued at 9 million. Sorry, we fancy to go in at 8 million at that moment in time just to see if we can kind of get the deal done. But then in fairness, it was going to be the case. I don't think they're going to accept that. So we've gone for 10 million, hoping they'll accept. They've gone for 11.3, which is slightly steep. They're going to try and knock them down a bit potentially, just to try and see if we can kind of get the less as much as we possibly can. And we've been able to do that. So we've been able to knock them down a slight bit, not too much. We're still a little bit pricier, and his wages are very pricey at the same time, which is the only downfall in this particular signing. Still got a lot of room for improvement in terms of the age he's at. He's probably in his prime at this moment in time, but could definitely hit the 80 mark if played and scored enough. 67 on his wages at the moment, but I reckon I can knock him down to 50 easily in fairness, and I think he'll accept that. We've submitted the offer, and hopefully he will do so, and he has done so. So that's two signings through the door. Really, really happy with that one. Ismail Sarr will wear the number 10 shirt for the season, and he's a big replacement for Cesar Herrera on that right-hand side. He's a lot of pace injection. He's got a lot of skills about him at the same time, and I still feel like he's got a lot to give as a player. Really happy to get this signing done, and at the same time, it's a lot of improvement on that right-hand side, I feel, because I think he'll bring just a lot of experience to the side at the same time. With his pace and everything else, he's still got very good shooting attributes. And another person that's very pacey and another person that's got a lot of shooting attributes is Daniel James. 6.5 million he's valued at. I've gone for 5 million to see if Leeds United will currently accept that offer. They've bumped it up to 5.4 with a 5% sell-on clause, which I wasn't too sure of at that moment in time because I want to pay the less I can possibly pay. So we've gone for 5.1 million with the 5% sell-on clause to be additional to 10. Whether they'll accept that, I'm not too sure, but submit the offer, and they've gone with 5.3 with 5%. And do you know what? I'm quite able to accept that. I don't feel like we're going to knock him down any further, lower than his market value, and we've been able to get the job done on this moment in time there. Daniel James has a high wage himself. He's played for Manchester United. He's played for some big clubs in fairness. Hasn't really got going. He's found his feet at Leeds, it has to be said. But he's a good signing. He's 28 years of age, same age as Ismail Sarr. Looking forward to see what he could bring to the squad. He's got a lot of pace himself. The Wales international will bring a lot of talent to the squad, and I feel like it'll be good competition for Adrian Liso, as he can also play on the left-hand side, which I'll probably most be playing him on. I feel like he features sometimes on the right-hand side, but it's an easy done deal. He'll wear the number 30 shirt for the season, and I feel like it's a great addition to the side. There's no doubt about it why he can't succeed at the club and be a decent addition, and I feel like he'll bring some good goals and moments to the squad. Hopefully we'll be able to see that out of him, because I definitely feel like he's got it in the locker, so sometimes bringing these sort of players out and getting the potential that is currently needed. And in fairness, there's a lot of people that aren't happy about this one. Leeds United have said they should have got more for Daniel James and could have invested in another talent. So it's interesting to see that he was a pivotal part of the side, and it seems to be that they're very unhappy at losing his services. Now, obviously, with the signing of Cancelo, and we still have Jeremy Melo, I know he's going to be retiring at the end of the season, but Medrano is going to want to play more football, and he wasn't really happy last season, and he's not really going to be happy this season with the amount of game time he's not going to get. He's going to go over to the Turkish league, 2.6 million in the end. I don't feel like it's a bad deal. He's one of those players, I feel like on his day he wasn't too bad, but sometimes he just lacked in a lot of areas. Couldn't really improve as a player, and I feel like he was always just an okay squad player, shall we say. I wish it could have worked out a bit more because I'd like to have kept him in the squad to a degree, but he wanted the game time and I couldn't offer it him. So he goes off for 2.65 million in the end. It'll be a good deal for him because he'll be able to go to a decent side in Turkey, being transferable, and be able to kind of get the game time. We can only hope in that way. Some another loan spells for Christopher Mullen. As you can see, he went on loan last season, but he goes on loan once again this season, with Kang also going on loan. So these are two youth prospects that we've had from the youth. Just a note, I don't bother playing the youth games whatsoever because I feel like they're absolutely pointless, and there's just no point investing in the youth academy in this current moment with the with how it goes on in the game and where you are in the league. I feel like you kind of have to do it if you're in a real low league to be able to build them up. Otherwise, you're just not going to get the game time and they're forever going out on loan. But might do something on loan. You just never know. But we play our first game of this episode, our first game of the season, and we face Rayo Valenciano. Really looking forward to this one away from home. I feel like it's going to be a different season for us. I feel like we're going to be challenging for top 4. I feel like we should be up there, but at the same time, you just never know. You cannot really predict how the season's going to go. We've made some interesting signings. We definitely strengthened the side, and this is the lineup. Carrasco in goal. Cancelo, Palacios, Spiliers, Rodriguez, Liso, Rig, Diarra, Sarr. On ahead, we've got Alvarez, and on a lone striker, Geraldo Becker. Cancelo making his debut for the squad to try to see what he can do in this side, as well as Ismail Sarr. Carrasco is in goal for one reason and one reason only. Malagon seemed unfit after international duty, so let's see what Carrasco can do in between the sticks today, with Diarra getting ourselves started off with a great interception. Ismail Sarr bursting down the right, showing his pace straight away there. He runs into the box, and he's been taken down. It's only taken 11 minutes, but Tenerife have been awarded a penalty, and this is a great chance to be able to take the lead in this side there. The defenders are feeling a bit hard done by, but at the same time, it's a foul. Doesn't really seem too much contact, but they've clipped him. He's gone down, and the referee deemed it as a penalty, and Carlos Alvarez steps over the penalty. Cancelo should be our penalty taker. I didn't really think of this at this moment in time, but Carlos Alvarez is going to step over the penalty as he looks to take his chance from the 6-yard spot then to be able to get a first goal of the season. Can he do it? Of course he can. Carlos Alvarez sends the keeper the wrong way to be able to make it Valenciano 0, Tenerife 1. Really, really good penalty from Carlos Alvarez. Sends him the wrong way, and that's all I've got to say about it, in fairness. Does what he needs to do, sends him the wrong way, and it's a great effort there from Carlos. Really, really happy with that one to be able to at least get off the mark. As much as it's not from an actual kind of play, and we haven't really done anything to do so, we've been able to at least get the penalty and get the goal, and we are now 1-0 up. It started our season. We've kick-started off with a bang. Let's see if it continues on. Chris Rigg there trying to get involved with an interception there as Rubio on the right-hand side cuts it on the left into the middle. Tries to get something going here as he does really well, in fairness, and he does so well to get it forward even more as De Frutos picks it up. He finds his teammate with a lovely bit of space. It's a great opportunity, and Carrasco forced into a top save. Not normally between the sticks, but making his worth, that's for sure. And he makes another save from the corner. Great header and a great save as Rodriguez looks to stride forward, finding his teammate Liso over to his safe on the left hand side. There's many in support in the middle. Diarra, options on the right. Rodriguez now onto Ismail Sarr, trying to stride forward with his pace there, but he loses out, and he does concede the throw in as they look to throw it off there. As you can see, Cortez over to his teammate on the left hand side. Good interception for Diarra though, but he loses out on the pass, and it's poor on the pass, it has to be said. Now Rubio trying to see if he can stride forward as Palacio with a good interception, trying to do something on the right hand side as Rodriguez is there in support. Over to Diarra, good play to Rig, lovely passing so far. Adrian Liso on the left hand side finding Geraldo Becker. Becker striding forward, chipping it over to Ismail Sarr. Does well, in fairness, using his pace to try and see if he can get past the defenders. He cuts inside. He does a great bit of turning there, great bit of skill at the same time. Sarr now to Becker, over to Diarra. Good stuff from Diarra, and that is a super save made by Munir. Really, really good stuff there from Munir, putting it out for a corner kick as he was tested from Diarra, and it will be a corner kick. Liso to whip in the corner. Great delivery there, as you can see, as Becker looks to latch onto it as Rig tries to win the interception, but he can't do so. Rubio over to De Frutos. Great stuff from De Frutos there as he skips past his man. Challenge made, and it's a worthy challenge at the same time. And that's the end of that particular attack for Rayo Valenciano. I can't say their team name, it's terrible, isn't it? João Cancelo hasn't really had much involvement in his debut as he gets beaten on that moment in time. It hasn't really been tested, I suppose, and he has been kind of surplus to requirements in this moment. But great save from Carrasco though, nevertheless. And he's been really good between the sticks, it has to be said. He hasn't featured that much for ourselves in time, only mostly in Copa de España Spania fixtures, but this time he features in the Liga to start off the season. It's going to be a great opportunity for him once again as De Frutos looks to challenge him, but Spiliers with the interception, finding Ismail Sarr on the right hand side, looking to get past the midfield and create an opportunity, finding Alvarez. Alvarez playing the 1-2 there to Sarr, as you can see, as Sarr strides forward. Great turn from Sarr. He's getting right involved now as Alvarez looks to do something from this moment in time, and he could do something, but he finds Diarra. It's a great chance for Diarra, and once again another save from Munir off a Diarra attempt. Really good opportunity, but not to be taken as we go into the second half. Ismail Sarr playing a 1-2 with Carlos Alvarez there as he uses his pace once again, and this is what I mean, this is why we signed him. It's a great chance there from Sarr, but he blazes it over the bar, but great opportunity nevertheless, and we still remain 1-0. It's been a really strange tie in fairness, because it's sort of been one of those games that could easily end up 1-0, but James Rodriguez finding Cortez on the left hand side, ball into the box as Cabral picks it up, does really well in fairness, but Palacio with a strong challenge finding Ismail Sarr on the right hand side, keeps it in play, and he's many in support as Carlos Alvarez blazes down the right hand side, as Sarr plays him in. Becker in support, Alvarez finds him, he turns his man, it's Becker, it's 1-on-1 with the keeper, Geraldo Becker, and he gets his first goal of the season in the first game. It's Rayo Valenciano 0, Tenerife 2. I'll get it right at one point, but what a finish that is from Geraldo Becker, and he makes himself, well, he opens up his own scoring for his own campaign itself, and he gets a 2-goal lead for his side. Really happy with that, and a great attacking move there as Sarr blazed it down the right hand side. Alvarez finds Becker in a lovely bit of space, and that is a great finish from Geraldo Becker. Substitutions to be made there, as you can see, as we be able to put on some more of attacking prowess. Dylan Pereira coming on for Alvarez after a great stint, as Daniel James makes his first game as well, substitute shall we say, not his full debut, but a debut at least, with Ackman coming onto the field for Diarra. Not much to play in this game in fairness. We know that we've pretty much done the job, but it's still got 20 minutes left to play, and they could get back into this game, that's for sure, as they look to burst down the right hand side, but a good interception from Cancelo as Daniel James picks it up, getting straight into the game there as he uses his pace, and this is definitely what he can offer us there as he gets himself in a great position, as you can see, looking to try and get past the defenders, and he does so well. The goalkeeper's out of position, he fancies his chances, but not to be on that particular occasion, unfortunately. That would have been a great start to his career for himself, but it wasn't to be. It's now Sarr bursting down the right hand side, great ball into the area, it's Becker now, he looks to get latch onto it, but not to be on that occasion, and unfortunately that ends that particular attack there, as you can see. De Thomas now on the left hand side, looking to see if he can create something in this moment as he strides forward, finding James Rodriguez. Could they get a goal to make an edgy few minutes? But a great ball to Cabral, and they're going to get the goal. It's Cabral that gets the goal back. It's Rayo Valenciano 1, Tenerife 2. We got it right. Cabral with a great finish, has to be said, but an even better ball from James Rodriguez, showing his attacking prowess and showing why he's still got some quality behind him, it has to be said. I can't believe the ball in fairness. I'm more shocked about the ball than I am the goal. Carrasco comes out and he's in his own right mind to do so, but Cabral with the power header trait just nods it over Carrasco and he gets his goal to make it an edgy last few minutes for the side. But it's a very good effort, but not enough to be on this occasion. Full-time whistle has been blown and we get our victory in the first game of the season. Really happy with that one. Rayo Valenciano 1, Tenerife 2. Really happy with that one in the end. I wouldn't say it was the best performance that we've ever had, but I've always felt like the first game of the season is always a bit of an edgy one. The players getting back into it, we didn't really have the kind of best of starts, I feel like, but at the same time, with new players in the side also, we have to get used to a few things like that. We also do a simulation game with a 2-1 victory against Mallorca there, with Daniel James getting his first goal of the season and for the club, and Geraldo Becker making it 2 from 2 from himself, so a great effort from himself, and Geraldo Becker also grabbing the man of the match award, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing plenty of them as the season goes on. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure he'll be up there with the top goal scorers in this particular season. But this is the table, 2 out of 2, 6 points, level with Atletico Madrid. Only 2 teams to do that in the league so far. As we look down the pecking order, Barcelona haven't really started the best. Only 1 win from 2 of Real Madrid. Only 1 point from 2, which is really surprising to see. With Las Palmas 2 out of 2, no wins whatsoever. So they are rock bottom, but it's still many games to play. That's for sure. Great start in the league, and hopefully we can continue this even further into the season. I feel like it's going to be a tough season, but a rewarding one at the same time. I reckon top 4 is achievable, but let's see what we can do. This is it for this particular episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.